Hi everyone, Shane R. Monroe here. Sometimes you find a product that's just so simple and useful that you want to share it with people. This is a magnetic charging dock by Mepetem, and this guy does nothing else but hold your handheld and charge it using a magnetic charging plug. That's it. No HDMI out, no USB ports, nothing. It's got a very nice cradle right here. It fits both the Steam Deck and the Ally. It's got a simple in and out, which makes, of course, the charging cable removable, which is attractive to a lot of people. But, of course, the money shot here is that it has a magnetic tip. So you plug the magnetic tip into your charging device, and then all you have to do is let the plug attach to it with the magnet, and it will begin charging. A lot of people have problems with magnetic chargers because they're worried about the pogo pins and stuff being pulled out. If you take a look inside here, you'll note that there aren't pins in here. It's actually like a little circuit board edge connector. So you don't have to worry about pins being pulled out, shorting out your plug, and that sort of thing. I think this is a very intelligent design, sort of a future-proofing, if you will. Okay, so first test we're going to do here is we're going to put the Steam Deck on here, and we're going to just see how it fits. There is a little bit of room in here, so if you do have a case or skin, it will probably hold it up. It'll change the angle a little bit, though. And it's got a nice long cable, so if you want to pick that deck up and play it while you're charging, you could probably do that. Very simple, on, off, super easy. Don't wear out your USB-C port. It's at an angle. It checks all the boxes. Very nice. Now we'll put the Ally on here. Again, there's no reason why this shouldn't be perfect on here. Of course, the power consumption is where the real trick is, and we're going to look at that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and plug that in there. We'll attach the magnetic plug, and see, it looks great. Probably not as much wiggle room on here if you've got some sort of a case or something on here, but if you just have a plain Jane Ally, you're good. Now let's check that power, shall we? Does it invoke turbo? It does. Look at that. This might be one of the very first products I've seen that invokes the turbo just the way it's supposed to. You actually get 30 watts turbo with a magnetic charging cable. Did you ever think you would see that happen? I certainly did not. So this is literally like the perfect little charging dock for the Ally. Now, it's not going to give you the ports or the plugs or HDMI out or anything, but for most people who just need a simple solution, there it is. Now, let's go ahead and do a little bit more deep dive into the power usage using the Steam Deck. So I plugged in my little USB-C power monitor here, my little multimeter, if you will, and it's absolutely pulling no juice at all, none, not even enough to activate the power meter until we plug it in. We plug it in, and it takes it a moment or two to get that charge to start, but there you go. And you can see right now that it is pulling about 38.5 watts. So let's go ahead and see how that translates to in-game. So I've got a very heavy game running right now, so we're still pulling about 38.5 watts. And you can see that the battery charge is 33 minutes. I'll take it off and let's let it recalculate. And it's thinking about it. And you're looking at about an hour and 50 minutes left on the battery. That sounds about right. So this is great. I mean, just plop it on. There's no plugging or unplugging or anything. I love magnetic connectors. I use magnetic connectors everywhere that I can, that it's feasible and makes sense. You can see here that the magnetic cabling is going to give us an estimated charging time of about an hour and 17 minutes while under pretty much full load. This is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. It's heavily taxing the battery even as we speak. All right, so we'll take it off. You can see again, there's absolutely no power being pulled by this little dock, none whatsoever. I am using the Steam Deck included power supply for this. For the Ally, I used their power brick. Okay, this looks great. I mean, this is a well-done product. It's cheap. It's $12 on Amazon. It's simple, it's basic, and it does the job exactly the way it's supposed to do. And you can see once we're no longer under load, you'll see that the power usage, the fan's starting to kick off. I know you can't hear it, but it's starting to shut the fans down, everything after the Ratchet and Clank game. Now you can see we've decreased the charging time down to 23 minutes because there's no load. All the power's going to the battery. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell. You know what to do. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Shane R. Monroe. Until next time, take care.